So Thommi,
What's going on?
we had 2 movies with water people in it this year.
I was
two
Avatar
people, 2 movies.
and Wakanda.
Yeah,
What's going on with the water?
Yeah, who did it best? I don't know what's going on with the water in these movies. Like, why they both decided to do it this year, and what happens when tree people?
Would that be humans?
No,
You get called tree
they're in the
people?
same. No, they're on the same
Okay.
planet, but there's tree people and there's water people. What happens when they have to get together? Because
It's going to be some competition.
yeah,
Is there going to be some disgruntled citizens?
some disgruntled citizens.
Of
that's
course, that's the formula. Let's talk about Avatar, The Way of Water.
Right. Yeah, let's get
'Cause
into
I don't know
it.
if this is where the movies are going now. They've done everything they could do on the surface. We're going to
now
start digging underwater
we've
now.
done space, so now we got to do
Yeah,
water.
we've overdone space.
We've overdone it.
Let's talk about Avatar. Over 3 hours.
Over 3 hours, and I did not go to the bathroom.
You didn't have to use your Run P app.
No. Look, I saw it so early that the Run P app was not updated with the information yet.
Wow. You
either.
seen Thursday night when it came out?
Yep, Thursday afternoon.
Okay. Was there a lot of people in the theater?
No, there was not.
I'm
Because
kind of surprised I'm not seeing the buzz I thought I would for this movie. And I don't.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people went on the weekend. I mean, I saw it on a Thursday at like 4 o'clock. People are trying to get off work and kids are getting out of school or whatever. People are trying to Christmas shop. I hit it like just at the right time because then, when you leave, then you see some people really like to go at night, which I used to.
I used to,
but
too.
now it's so high.
I just don't like the huge crowds.
So,
especially
I don't
teenagers.
like
Once they get out of school, I'm like, I can't be here with these teens. So I need to go through the week. And I like to go earlier.
I don't like the huge crowds, due to the COVID and flu and all that stuff, and talk too much. And then, I'm cheap. So if I can save $3, I'm going to save $3.
Absolutely. And that's a cheap. Plus we get points at both Harkins and AMC. We can build up and get rewards.
Plus, it's Christmas and we have Cash App.
At
Gotta Be Real. At Gotta Be Real.
Gotta Be Real. All right, let's talk about this movie that is over 3 hours. Let me ask you first. Did you notice it was over 3 hours when you were sitting there?
I did, but the scenery was really beautiful.
I figured.
And the creatures were done well. I mean, this CGI is even better than the 2009, the first one that came out. Yeah.
Because I love the first one.
The first one was 13 years ago.
And
there was delays. Yeah, there was delays, not just because of making the new movie, but also because of the COVID stuff. And then, just movie business.
So it might have come out a couple years earlier as most of the stuff probably would have.
Yeah, 13 years in between. But we get part 2, right? Mm-hmm. Part 3 is coming out in 2004. 2024.
Okay,
and
that's right.
Part 4 is coming out in 2026.
They've already planned it?
Yes, they already started filming some of it because there's children in it. And he said...
oh my gosh.
Okay, look, it makes sense though. They had to film some scenes because he said that he didn't want to have that like Stranger Things effects. He's like James Cameron. He's like, I love Stranger Things, but when you came back to this last season, now they look like they're 27 years old.
That's what I'm wondering.
And they're supposed to be high schoolers.
If they were going to do that in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and plus, it's just more efficient. Sometimes when you already have all the stuff set up, you're already ready to film some stuff simultaneously. So that's what they did.
Saving some money, that's for sure. Because they bring next one is going to hit pretty much back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens in here? So what's going on with these beautiful blue people?
So Jake Sully, played by Sam Worthington, and Neytiri, played by Zoe Saldana, they're married now, and they have children, and so yeah, they're living happy. Sigourney Weaver is back as a child, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how that happened because I don't want to give that away.
We have Stephen Lang in here. I love Stephen Lang.
Yeah,
I love him in like everything.
He died in the first one too, and he's back. And I don't want to give away
how that is.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, and then you have the Water People. Cliff Curtis, he's the leader of the Water People, and then you have Kate Winslet.
Okay.
Do you know that?
I'm surprised to see Kate Winslet in here.
Huh?
I'm surprised to see Kate Winslet in here.
Yeah, but she's versatile. She's good.
Okay.
Don't you know that they had to hold their breath, and she held her breath like longer than anyone. She beat Tom Cruise's record for holding her breath. She held her breath for 7 minutes at 15 seconds.
Underwater? So, she had to be a trained swimmer or something.
They have to train. They had to train for this movie. It's like you can't just train at home. They had special trainers. See? It's the way you have to take in the oxygen and be able to hold it.
Yeah, I was going to say it had to be learned because there is no. That's freaking amazing.
She was really good at it.
That's freaking amazing. Wow. So what's going on? What's going on with the tree people and the water people? Why can't we all just get along? Huh? Okay.
Jake Sully and Neytiri. They're living their life. They're happy. They're with their family.
Right.
And then the sky people come back. And, I mentioned that Stephen Lang was back as Quaritch. And is
he bad?
Can I say has a heart on? For Jake. He hates him. He hates Jake. Because you remember in the first movie, Jake killed him. Okay? So he came back and he's like, I'm going to kill him and his family. So he's coming after them, and they can't, dude knows where they live.
Of course.
So they're like, we got to go somewhere far. So they go to one of these islands with the water people, and they're like, hey, look, respectfully, can we stay here? Please. And so the dude, he lets them stay, but he's like, you need to learn our ways because they're underwater. There's no trees and stuff, and they got water creatures instead of just regular flying creatures and all that stuff. So they had to learn about all that and how to hold their breath and how to swim. And
that's some work on this movie.
Yeah.
So did you like this one better than the first one? Even visually speaking, I know just the beauty of it, just looking at that on a big screen.
I don't know. When the first one came out, it was so exciting. I mean, this one was exciting too. The creatures that they come up with and the scenery and the way they film it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So I loved the first one a lot for that. And I haven't seen the first one all the way through in a while.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to fully compare. But, I can't really say if I like the first one better. Can I just leave it like that?
Yeah.
Because I liked both of them.
We can say that.
I liked both of them. This one, though, the children got on my last nerve.
Yeah, you were talking about something with the kids. What were they
well, he kept saying, like, Sully stick together. But they took it to the hilt. Like, I'm just going to give this one little tiny thing away. It's not a big thing that's going to just ruin the movie for you at all. So they tell the son, they got, this son is like kind of rebellious, rambunctious. Teenager. And the kids, the water kids are like, hey, do you want to go out past the reef with us? And he's like, stuff. No, I don't want to do it because his dad told him, stay in line. But they also told him to get along and make friends. And the guy was like, okay, yeah, we're not supposed to go, but I guess you're just a chicken. So, of course, once you call somebody like a chicken.
Now they got to go.
Yeah. And so then he's going, and his siblings see him, and they're like, where are you going? And so they tend to follow. They always follow. Danger or nah.
Don't think for yourselves, y'all teenagers.
We want to go. And then they go, and they all get in trouble. Those kids were in trouble so many times in this movie. It's like, can you fix the writing or something on this?
I
know that they said Sully stick together and stuff, but can there be a time of maybe a Sully stays behind and says, hey, Mom and Dad, this is where they went. And here's another thing that I want to know.
Okay.
You're on another planet. You have never encountered a human being. You just live by the water.
This is bothering
you swim and you play with the creatures and all that.
Okay.
How do you know words like freak? How do you know, like, you're a freak? How do you know that word? How do you know that,
Have
Thommi?
they been watching us? Is there a way that they were...
No. I get why Jake Sully's kids know words like that, because he's a human, basically, or was a human, you know what I'm saying? So they're saying, like, dude and all this stuff. Yeah. So I can accept that. I get that, with how they could know dude. And
that's one of those things stuff, that kind of bug you.
Yeah.
Really bad that most of us probably wouldn't notice, but certain stuff where it's kind of like a hole. There's a hole in that right there, so we don't know what happened, but they just threw it in there.
There's a hole in the bucket. Yeah, that I just would like to know. I would like to know how they knew.
Oh, if any of you guys watched it and noticed that part, let us know.
And then I was glad in this one that, and no offense, because I love her, Zoe Saldana. Mm-hmm. She could do the ugliest ugly cry as that as that Bing, man. Woo! Really? Yeah.
Worse than Kerry Washington.
Yeah,
because that's what I stand a lot.
Yeah, she didn't do it too much in this one, but the first one I remember it a lot. I was like, oh man.
The ugly cry? That's
yeah.
When it's all up in here, it's all up in your chest.
Into the face, her face. I mean, she's a great actress, and that's good acting, because, I guess, but man, she got that ugly cry down pat.
Now, were there any extra scenes that we should stay for?
Why?
I know, but you want to stay there 5 hours or something? Just get up and go.
It's over 3 hours long, so I'm going to have to say no.
Okay.
No, there's no extra scenes. And some people actually sat there like they were really waiting. Look, this is not Marvel. You just sat here for 3 hours and 10 minutes. Actually, I saw one dude get up like several times.
Maybe they thought there was going to be like an after scene because they already had the next two planned. You would think they might have made, they might throw them in there.
I knew that they probably wouldn't. And I Googled it too, just to be sure before I saw the movie. But I was like, this movie is too long to be having extra scenes.
Yes.
And there's plenty of times you can go to the bathroom, like when they're just like showing the water and show them fly over the water and things like that. You can go to the bathroom during that time. And Run P is up to date now with the time. I just didn't want to go because it's kind of like, when they say you're drinking beer and you go to the bathroom, you broke the seal. Now you have to keep going. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to break the seal. So
you got comfortable.
I just held it.
You got comfortable. And we got some interesting, some little notes, little tidbits of information to share about this movie.
Yeah.
The camera.
Avatar, The Way of Water, has survived a corporate merger, multiple delays, the year-long closure of exhibition, and the pandemic itself. So that's another reason why it took so long.
I'll be glad we never have to say that again. Gosh, I'm so sick of it.
Yeah. Okay. And in regards to the sequel, staying relevant, Landau likes to say, if you make a good movie, people are going to come back. Well, I came back.
Definitely for Avatar. I would say that. I mean, I'm definitely going to see all of them when they come out because, once you see the first one, you got to see the rest. And they're actually really good. And they're fun to look at.
You got to. So I would say, I would give this.
How many clappers?
I would give it. It's so long. And those kids are kind of agitating. I'm going to give it for sure a solid 3.
A solid 3.
Yeah. I was kind of leaning towards 3.5. I'm going to, for sure, I feel within my heart, it's good to tell you guys, I give it a solid 3. And maybe, I liked it a touch better than that, but I'm sticking with solid 3. What I said, yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend matinee?
I recommend matinee also because it's so dang long unless I'm old, so I go to sleep. If I'm there at 11 o'clock at night,
you're knocked out. Or your dad? Did your dad go?
No.
Because I'm guessing he would have fell asleep if y'all went on Sunday.
Yeah, probably. At the church, and you ate a nice meal.
Yeah.
And then those water scenes and the music. Oh, man.
It's so peaceful and...
I would be out too. Talk about him. I'd be out right next to him like, hey, Dad.
So you went on the right day then.
I went on the right day at the right time. I was ready. I was mentally prepared for 3 hours.
When I looked at the time, I was like, oh my gosh. Do I want to go see something else today or do I want to plan to see this on a totally different day? Because I was going to do 2 movies back to back, but Majestic no longer has the $5 Tuesdays.
Oh.
So now you can, AMC still has it though.
Yep.
Sign up, become a member, you earn points and all that good stuff. So now I'll be going to AMC on Tuesdays where it's only $5. And then I like to see movies back to back. That's totally fine.
$5 plus tax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so plus that added tax in. Yeah, so just want to share that with you just in case you live in the valley and you're kind of looking for somewhere to get discounts at.
There was a time it was a straight $5. But now like 2 years ago, around when the pandemic hit and they reopened, I think that's when it happened. They started adding tax.
Just juices.
Yeah.
Just eat it all up.
Might as well. Everybody else is. You see how much eggs cost now? Just saying.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I seen that. I actually seen that. I went into Fry's the other day and I wanted to make some Rice Krispie treats. And I went in and the box of Rice Krispie treats was $7. I said, this can't be real. I left out of there, went to Target, and got the same exact box for $3 and change.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. And the worst part about that is, I went to the one on a side of town that isn't very, rich or anything. So what are you doing? You're juicing poorer people?
Fry's has always been high with cereal, though. So
down
I
there-
never buy cereal
Yeah.
from Fry's. I usually buy it from like Walmart or something.
Somewhere else. I go to Winco. But anyways, I just thought we'd kind of throw that in there. But
We
anyways,
digress.
Thank you very much for tuning in to Avatar, The Way of the Water.
Yes.
Don't forget, we are on Facebook, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram,
Yes.
Cash App. We're also on the FearCon network. So if you go to Connect to Your City,
Yep.
you'll tap on the FearCon tab, and you're going to see all types of horror and heavy thrillers from us, from me, Thommi, and Jules. So check it out, all right? Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.